Hello there, my fellow Holotable heroes. Welcome to another Conquest livestream. Just checking everything's in order. We got a video. We got some music in the background, hopefully. You can hear my voice. And today, I will remember not to let you be stuck on the Patreon screen for about like 5 minutes. Let me just tweak this a bit as well, a little bit. How's that? That looks better. Alright, while we're waiting for the autoplay battle here in Territory Battles to finish, let's see who we have in the chat. We got Loop Flash, hey, welcome back. We got Throwback Tyler, hello, welcome to the stream. Pavel is back as well, aloha, are you in Hawaii, my friend? George Z, hello there, hello to you, thank you for joining. We got Bisonte in the chat, God Size, hope your Wednesday is treating you well. Yeah, it's been alright. We got as well Lunazor joining and Sylvian Gendrier, hello. Alright, so we got a few folks there. Apology if I mispronounced your names, because obviously it's difficult to understand, like just looking at the name, what country you're from, to try and guess the pronunciation. We also have Born Again, hello from Florida. Hey, how's it going? We're just gonna wait for the battle to finish and then we'll hop onto the Conquest. Actually, while that is running, I guess we can just see what's going on today in Sector 3. So we learned Sector 1, Sector 3. We got a defense up. Obviously, Clone Wars Chewie lead. It's kind of like a catch-all lead for this one. And then winning 15 battles with Darth Vader. Hopefully that shouldn't be too difficult with whatever you've got, really. We got target practice. Like OG Omega does it, but it's gonna be very slow, so we'll have to do some sort of Bad Batch squad with Fugitive Omega and then no attackers. A few different lineups, I guess, depending on the data disk that will pick up along the way. How you guys doing? Still going, okay. Yeah, these Sector 3 battles sometimes take a while just because of all the revives and everything. Pavel says hello from London. Hey, how's it going? So I guess I'm from UK as well. I'm not from UK, but I live in UK as well. About 20 miles from London. Used to live in London though. Sylvain from France. Hey, bonjour, mon ami. John, greetings from Tennessee. We got another US Holotable hero here. Throwback Tyler got 225 target practice in one battle using Omega Fugitive with all batch against Moth node. Yeah, I guess those depends, right? Like what nodes we get and stuff. So that's nice. And Team X says Sequence Part Trooper also gets defense up. Yeah, that is correct. Then we got Diver down Brian, North Carolina checking in. Love your guides, huge help. Hey, glad to hear that. What you guys doing? Come on, finish somebody. There we go. Well, let me help them out. There we go. Death mark on Daka. That'll help. Come on, just somebody finish Daka already. There we go. We good now, I think. There we go. Well, let's finish up. Let's finish up Zombie as well. Whom you dropped from OG Bad Batch? I think the OG Omega, right? You just drop her out. You just do you do basically Fugitive Omega and then the 5 Galactic Republic Bad Batch. So just leave the Omega out, I think. Eric says greetings from Naboo. Hey, how's it going? I'm enjoying my time on Camino at the moment. Alright, we finally pulled through this one, alright. I won't bore you anymore with Territory Battles. Let's head over to Conquest and get today's stream going. Before we do global feats, critical damage down a little bit more. Unaligned force users, and yeah, Bad Batch, that's the one. But you know, I'll be farming data crowns, so that's fine. We'll do Bad Batch later. And as we said, we got defense up, Darth Vader, target practice, and 14 battles. So I guess we'll just start off with the first squad. So we're gonna go for the Clone Wars Chewie I know that theoretically you don't need to do this, you can just play with normal units and get defense up, but you know, Clone Wars Chewie has to get his 15 minutes of fame, right? Every 3 months when you have a Conquest, just to showcase this. Alright, so we're gonna add Plo in there. We're gonna add Varys. Who else was there? And we got Malak and Old Ben. That makes sense. Alright. Let's go with Old Ben. Let's throw in Malak as well. So where Malak at? Oh, there we go. Alright. So yeah, Clone Wars Chewie lead. We have 50% chance to gain defense up when we are damaged. Well, the Night Sisters, I'm not sure it was the best squad, but we'll give that a shot. Okay. We'll get a turn eventually, hopefully, maybe, if we don't get stun locked. Alright, so this gives us defense up as well. There we go. We're getting wrecked, and that's why we have Malak in there. Alright. Actually, let's just Malak do what Malak does, I guess. Okay, I think Night Sisters will just ramp up so much that we'll just probably lose in the end, but defense up still counts, win or lose, guys. That's I think we just had a bit of a chat on Discord that this team is absolutely not necessary anymore. We got so many units that can give you defense up and you can win the battle and not lose energy, but we gotta give Clone Wars Chewie his 15 minutes of fame, I think. While Clone Wars Chewie being used to show those who can't do any other way. That is correct, maybe for newer players, right? They might not have the rest of the guys built up. So at least, you know, even low gear Chewie, doesn't matter, just put him in the lead. And defense up down in a single battle. So we don't have to worry about it anymore for the rest of the battle, I guess. But, do we have any other teams on the list? Okay, so just these guys, because Wrecker gives defense up. But I guess we'll do that when we do target practice anyway. So let's do, I guess, a Vader lineup. Alright, let's see. I guess can be any Vader lineup, really, to be honest. Vader. Then if you still need staggers, I guess you can chuck Mara in there. Scout Trooper as well, right? For the staggers, in case you do need them. Why is Malgus in there? I guess just for the pre-taunt, I guess, or something. Alright, sure. Let's bring a couple of Sith in, I guess for the pre-taunt, yeah. Or as somebody said, bring in Sith Empire Trooper, he does defense up as well. But let's bring in Malgus. And Basti for the critical damage down for the global feat. Alright, let's go in. See if we can take out these Night Sisters or not. Oh, Malgus doesn't pre-taunt. I guess his pre-taunt is conditional then. And of course they stun Darth Vader. Of course they do, because why wouldn't they, right? Alright. Yeah, let's get some critical damage down. Let's chuck some staggers out. Oh yeah. There you go, Vader. Thanks for joining the party. Alright. So maybe Sith Empire Trooper would be better, because he will actually pre-taunt, right? Malgus did not. I always assumed that Malgus pre-taunts, so... because we do want to keep we need to have Darth Vader alive, right? So let's actually maybe do this instead and see how this will go. Because like if Night Sister would go all out on Darth Vader, I don't know if he would be able to survive. Oof. Alright, we're hanging in there, but barely. Alright. There we go. Alright, okay, now Vader can finally do his thing, yeah. And all those debuffs juicing up the weak point, eh? There we go. Some debuffs, more debuffs, and down there you go. Alright, that was better. Yeah, Night Sisters are a bit of a pain in Conquest, because I think they're quite high over-prepared, right? How high are Night Sisters? They're level 4, whereas these guys are only level 2, so the speed the Night Sisters have, and then they get extra speed from Icor, right, whenever somebody revives and stuff. And then of course, if you do have Lord Vader, we could do something as well. The reason why I like to go with Darth Vader lead over Lord Vader lead in Conquest is because we get turn meter removal, right? So then all this over prepared squad, Lord Vader is fast enough, go first, does his thing, right? And then he can remove turn meter so the other guys can jump in. Alright, so I'm gonna bring in Watts, I guess, and Sid. Because Sid has got damage over times as well. If you still need them at this point, probably not, but I just like to, you know, try to use some units that normally we don't use. Although Sidious is getting a lot of use in Grand Arena, isn't he? Did you try Tuskens for dots? Yeah, we've done that day 1, I think. Those guys, yeah. There we go. Of course, it doesn't help that we can't remove turn meter from Darth Vader, but you know, we'll just take him out. Doing too much damage. There we go. Okay, so what else we got here? Target practice. Versus Old Republic? Do we dare? Do we dare? That's the question, isn't it? Do we dare? Bad batch. Not sure why I have Hunter in there. Must be wrong Hunter. Because why would I include Mercenary Hunter? This has to be a mistake. Has to be. I think when I was building the teams. Yeah, I don't think we need them. Better keep the OG Hunter. I think it's just a mistake. When I was building the teams, I put the wrong Hunter in. Alright, let's go. It happens, right? I also put the wrong Maul in probably somewhere. Oh, we even get to go first. Nice, alright. At least we get a daze on the board. Get a few bombs out. Oh, we gotta do target practice, right? We just have to keep hitting the same enemy or something, isn't it? I think so. Okay. Yeah, we're getting some target practice. Okay. Alright, this is not too bad. Although the ramping damage obviously does not help your cause. You're trying to do as many as you can, but I'm not gonna remove discs just for that. Because we have to do the global Bad Batch battles anyway. Oh, Merc Hunter since he's not an attacker. Yes, that's why. Okay, that is correct. Thank you. Thank you, Oni. Yeah, that's why I included. I see there had to be a reason why Mercenary Hunter was there, not OG Hunter, because he's an attacker. That is correct. I don't feel like I need more damage. I feel like some protection recovery might help, but fine. Let's not equip it at this point. Okay, so let's try this again with the team that I planned. I should have just used what I had in the plan, right? Throwback Tyler says, yeah, that's what Mon Mothma with Scarif and Chiro. Yeah, they're good, yeah, for sure. But although ramping damage, you know, we'll get through anybody. I mean, we got 90, which isn't bad, but that's fine. We'll just keep going. So we need the OG Hunter. Alright, let's go. 90 still good? Yeah. I wasn't even trying, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, oh, but that's separatists. I'm not sure we'll even get a turn, man. Alright, here we go. Okay. What does this guy do? If no enemies are marked, inflict marked, which can't be evaded or resisted, but can be cleansed. So, I don't know. Just go here, I guess. Does she have like a cleanse or something? Dispel all debuffs. There we go. I guess we need to do that. Okay. And then we just keep hitting somebody. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll keep going after Grievous now. Oh, there you go. Alright, good. That worked. Pavel said, you still align that with 20 bad batch battles as general feat, so 90 is very good. Yeah, that's it, right? Because I don't want to waste energy removing discs and everything. Oh, we got another 70, so yeah. It's not too bad, actually. Okay. Do we just keep going with Bad Batch now while we have them loaded up? See how far we can take these guys. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'll get a turn eventually. There we go. Alright. This time at least Tech did not get stunned, right? So... okay, good. Sure, did some of that. I don't know what it does, but okay. Alright. Just basic, I guess. No, we'll just do basics, I guess. Just try to stall this one out as long as we can. We're doing too much damage, man. There we go. Alright. Yeah, because I have to do the global Bad Batch battles anyway. I think I was only 4 out of 20. Sorry, yeah, 4 out of 20. We checked at the start, didn't we? There we go, we got another, what was it, 100 in that one? Ewoks. I'm not feeling... let's try. Like Ewoks are... especially with C-3PO, man, they're a nightmare. Wrecker not looking too hot right now, but... he got taken out? Really? Not gaining captive? Interesting, alright. Why did Wrecker not gain captive? I must be missing something. Only new ones have that. Ah, okay. Thank you. Well, I guess we'll just keep hitting you. I think we might be able to pull this one through if we can get a couple of more turns. That was rough, wasn't it? It's C-3PO, man. He's exposes and stuff, right? Doing all the damage, really. It wasn't the other guys. Okay, we got a few. Alright, let's see how far these guys can take me. When we lose, we stop with them. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. We're still waiting for my turn. Okay. Still waiting for my turn. Still waiting for my turn. Alright. I don't know what that does, but let's go ahead and use it. It's a special ability. Let's go ahead and cleanse the team a bit, I guess. Okay, maybe I'll get a turn eventually again. Maybe. There we go. Alright, this is what we needed. Bunch of debuffs. Yeah, let's go. Oh, nice one. Maybe we'll finish you now. And he brought him back, which is okay, I guess, so we can get more target practice. We lost Omega, which is fine, I guess. Because the other guys, it's her leadership, right? So we still, even without her, can gain target practice or not. Or, oh yeah, we can, okay. I mean, luckily with the Geos we can cheese these a little bit, right? They seem quite durable, and B1 as well. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead, finish you as well. And now we're just down to this guy. Give me some of that. Alright. Alright, let's see. Done. What, 4 battles? I think it took us 4 battles, or was it 5? I can't remember. 5 battles, I think. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think it was 5 battles, because the first one we used the OG Hunter, it was an attacker. Okay, cool. So, half of Feats done already. I don't know. So far this Conquest, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, so we just have to work with no attackers and Darth Vader from here on out. So I think that should be fine. Alright, let's give this a shot. Do some no attackers. Alright. So we got ourselves a dash. Who else was in that Kira, right? Well, 3 I guess. Vander Chewie, maybe. There we go. And who else we got here? And IG-11. Okay. So I guess a bunch of tanks and a big dash nuke coming in, I guess. That's the idea. Where is IG-11? Is that IG-11? Yeah, that's IG-11. John Smith says, did you already show your current discs? The discs are on the screen underneath my video, so right there, underneath. Those are the discs that I have equipped. And when I change them, if I do change them throughout the stream, I'll update this as well. So this is just so that we don't waste time with the disc, and also those watching replay, you know, they always see what discs we have equipped. So I started, I think, doing that was about 6 months ago. I think it's useful, so it's all the time there on screen. Alright, here we go. Critical damage down. Boom! Stagger coming in. Another AoE coming in. Actually, let's not do that. We want to keep prepared on Vander Chewie in case we lose somebody. Okay, get a taunt up. Get a buff this spell. Get a heal. And a big assist. Come on, boys, let's go, 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 go. Hold on, is Kira an attacker? Did I mess this up? Did I mess this up? Is she an attacker or support? Did I mess this up? Let's see. Probably. She has to be an attacker. I know she's support. Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oni says you can also double dip with light side unaligned force users with no attackers. I do have this squad of unaligned force users to try out. Is that the squad you used? Because I'm not sure who is also non-attacker from the light side. It's mostly attackers, isn't it? Alright. So we have ourselves a mini boss, Rey Jedi training. That's gonna be annoying, right? Well, depends on the modifier, so let's have a look. So we have to win with Omega surviving. Wasn't maybe the best idea that I drained my Bad Batch stamina. But okay, we'll give it a shot. Defeat an enemy with Appo. Ooh, that might be tough. Or I guess we'll try out, because if his ability that triggers damage over time effects counts, then maybe it won't be too difficult. We'll try. Okay, so they do have the resistance modifier, but at least not over prepared. Team XS, I got Appo kill by activating the dots. Okay, good, so it does work. This I wasn't sure. You never know with this kind of stuff, right? What'll count or not, but good to hear that it does work. Let's try my low stamina Bad Batch, but I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Probably won't work now that they're low stamina. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, now Finn will get rolling. I mean, we are hanging in there, but I'm not sure for how long. Just get me a turn. There we go. We got a turn. Can I get another turn? There we go. That'll help. I didn't get a stun. Is this the cleanse? Yeah. No, we need to make alive. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. Almost there. There we go. Come on, get Finn down. Let's get R2 down a little bit. Okay. Rey's going haywire with all these debuffs. Luckily not doing too much damage, so... There we go, we pulled through in the end. Alright. I think. There we go. Even with like, what, 50% stamina, we're able to pull through. Wrecker took one for the team. Okay, it wasn't too bad. And you know, with the captive mechanics that they have, like even if Omega gets taken out the first time, right, she can still kind of hang around while the rest of the guys carry the battle. Okay, cool. So what do we have in the... so we're just gonna do Vader, Mara. Okay, let's try that. So basically we are going to go ahead and do Darth Vader. Surviving Feat, hopefully. And then we do... Was it Thrawn? No, Mara. Okay. Let's do... Mara. Where Appo at? Is that... Yep, there it is. And then let's go ahead and bring in... let's go ahead and bring in Basti. But I think we need a pre-taunt, right, for this one. Alright, let's go. Let's give this a go. Ooh, but will Appo actually get a turn? That's the thing. Will he get a turn? Because we'll be doing a lot of damage. Alright, let's give this a shot first and see. Maybe we might need to bring in Thrawn just to make sure that we can pass turn over to Appo when there'll be time to do it. Maybe bring in Watts, so see if the Bar Trooper's got a permataunt on him. Well, that won't help if these guys just kill themselves. Yeah, okay. this won't work. Alright. Back out. Alright, we need to readjust the team a bit, that's fine. That's how testing goes. Alright, so what we'll do... we'll bring in what? Because I don't have voluntary vanguard. So we're gonna need what? So Sith Empire Trooper taunts. And then we can bring in Thrawn for some control. Alright, let's see how this will go. All Empire, so his body comes up. Oh, yeah? Okay. Alright, let's try this while I'm in it, and then if it doesn't work, we'll try that. LV Appo, yeah, that'll work, yeah, but what if you don't have Lord Vader, right? No, he'll... Well, that doesn't help if we don't get a turn, right? That doesn't help. Okay. The problem is the guy does not survive long enough, so no matter what team I put together here. Will I really have to remove the debuff discs off? Is that what we're gonna have to do? Malak? Okay, we can try that. And the Lord Vader, he can't die. Yeah, that's true. That's true, I guess. Let's try Malak, but... Let's try that. I'm just thinking, can we somehow get him in a turn? I mean, we could also do Thrawn lead, because we'll get some turn meter, right? Whenever we get debuffed, that'll help. Alright, let's give this a go. Consumables? Well, I like to try without consumables if I can, but... And then, oh, you know what we can do? We can bring in Mara as well, right? Because then with Thrawn's leadership, when she gives her debuff out, we get some turn meter at the start. That'll help a little bit. Let's give this a shot. Let's do this the hard way and then we'll do it the easy way, right? Alright, let's see. Okay, at least we'll get some turns in. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Because I can't get to Finn. I guess we'll just fracture her. Oof. See, the reason why I wanted to do Darth Vader League to make sure that damage over time stick. But let's see. Let's get some damage over times over here. Because now Vader will just take everybody down. Okay, that's fine. And then we can actually not attack anybody, just use the Thrones Out maneuver ability and do another force crutch. Alright. Okay. That's not enough though, is it? 6. Okay, just the basic. Oh, gosh. Alright, that's... yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take a weak spot off for this one, because otherwise we just deal too much damage, I think. We're just gonna do that. And maybe chuck Vitality instead, just for this one battle. Because Vader's just doing too much damage, guys. With the weak point, too much damage. I might actually even remove Thermal Exhaust. I don't want them getting damage from that as well. And then maybe... Yeah, let's go with this, just for this one battle. So instead of thermal exhaust, we're going to have protection shield, and then weak spot. Yes, we took off weak spot and instead we have vitality. There we go. That should not update on screen. Okay, let's try this. It's difficult to line it up right if these guys are just dying off. Alright, let's see. Okay, at least Malak is doing his job. Alright, let's go. Okay. I guess let's start working on R2 a little bit. Although now it's total opposite, right? I'm doing no damage. Alright, hold on. If I do a force crash over here. Oh, hooray! Ray cleansed her. Oh, Ray. Alright, how's the turn order looking like? We'll just gotta work on Ray, I guess. We just need Appo to get a turn in here, and then we should be fine. Alright, so which one is it? I think we got R2 and Finn lined up, right? Deal physical damage, there we go. Let's see what'll happen. Okay, we took down a few. There we go, perfect. So, did this count or not? Let's find out. They did, alright, cool. Yeah, so I guess taking weak spot off was kind of the key. And maybe Thrawn lead giving a little bit more, I guess, control over if you want to skip turns and stuff. Alright, good. So now we said we are going to go ahead and do Lord Vader lineup. I guess we want tanks in here, right? Maybe still bring in Thrawn as well for some control. Alright, let's see if this will be easier now. Because at least now damage over times will stop turn meter gains, right? With Lord Vader in there. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and start off with a Force Crush. Or whatever that ability is called these days. Okay, alright. Okay, we'll get a turn eventually, hopefully, maybe or not. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a fracture on Holdo. There we go. Let's get some debuffs going. There we go. Over here. Okay, so oh. Okay. Let's do another Force Crush, and now just Appo has to get in here. And is it this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, definitely easier with Lord Vader, just because you stop the turn meter. There you go, if you got Lord Vader, but still, I still think you have to take off a weak spot, right? Otherwise they'll just die off too quickly. Alright, so that was easy. We did it the hard way, then we did the easy way. Now we should go back and change our discs again. So what did I have equipped? Oh, thermal exhaust, yeah, that's the one. And I want to remove protection, shield, and vitality. And then let's just go ahead, revert the discs back. There we go. Confirm. Alright, so we got Steve asking, unrelated to Sector 3, but a heads up for Sector 4, Death Mark is not being counted for Sith Empire. Oh, this is if Darth Vader lets Death Mark from his lead. That does not count, okay. Death Mark is easy if you have Gungans. With Gungans if you have Jar Jar, okay. Alright, cool. Well, good to know once we get there tomorrow, I guess. Alright, so okay, yeah, we got no attackers, so we're gonna do the unaligned force users now. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, what am I doing? No, go there, go away. Alright, cool. Let's see what this we got here. More gray discs, yay. Alright, another caustic emission, I'll take that. But we have to get through Maul to get it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put together a light side unaligned force user squad. Rey's an attacker, Ahsoka's an attacker, Luke's an attacker, Rey's not an attacker, Ben's an attacker, not attacker, yeah. Alright, so we got actually 5, these are the only 5 light side unaligned force users that are not attackers. Alright, so no to CG, next time you release a light side unaligned force user, let it not be an attacker, eh? I don't know, just do some of that, I guess. I'm a brand new Ahsoka owner, so I don't know her kit yet, what she does and stuff, so bear with me if I do something wrong. Don't have her ultimate unlocked as well on her yet. Oh shoosh, Maul is going to town. Will we even gonna win this one? I don't know. Not looking good right now. What does this do? Are we calling somebody to assist or something? No. Alright. Where's my damage? Do I have weak spot equipped or not? Or I guess there it goes when you don't have any attackers, right? No damage. Would we be better off with Seer lead? Maybe? Because it doesn't look like Ahsoka is doing anything for this unaligned force user squad in terms of the leadership. So maybe I should have done Seer lead instead, actually. Because yeah, I'm literally making no dent in these guys. I mean, we are slowly getting through them, but they're constantly healing because of Bo-Katan in there. Or at least Cal is at least keeping us alive somewhat. Okay, well, we're starting doing some damage now, actually. Okay, hold on. No, don't go after Cal. No. No. I'm hardly getting any turns, to be honest. It's really Ahsoka's counterattacks that are doing some damage. Everybody else is just like standing there, doing nothing. That's the problem. That's why I'm take forever to build out damage. These guys are just taking too many turns. I think we might just have to auto this. I don't know. Are we gonna time out or not? Let's see. Hopefully Ahsoka with her counterattacks ramps up enough to actually start getting through these guys. Luna Zora says, that is Galactic Legend Ahsoka, she does not have damage. Yeah, without Ezra, she's really not that great, is she? I don't know. We're still yet to take anybody down and we're about to lose visas. We'll go with Seer lead, I think that'll be better. Yeah, I think Seer lead will be better versus, at least versus this lineup. Because they've got so much stacks now, look. They get 1% protection per stack, so they've got so high protection now that damage over times. Oh! And thermal detonators. They don't do as much. Oh, but there we go, Visas with a revive, and she pays for that. Yeah, we're gonna time out, there's no way. Maul got more anguish coming our way. Okay, I've seen enough. Man. I mean, I don't have ultimate on Ahsoka, not sure if that would make any difference, but... yeah, I guess they specifically coded Ahsoka that she does not like have any really good synergy with light side and force users. Alright, let's see if Seer can do better now. Sure, just do I guess that. Oh, Galactic Legend Ahsoka ramps up after she ults. Okay, well that makes sense, because I don't have ult on her, but we are struggling a bit. I think I'm halfway there. I think I got 5 out of 10 ability materials. Probably another week or so and I'll have her unlocked. Okay, the only one getting turns is Ahsoka and Rey. Everybody else is just kind of doing nothing, but hopefully Seer will have a nuke coming in. Let's see. Otherwise, maybe this is just a bad enemy to throw up against this team, I don't know. There we go. What? Seer's... she still has 10 turns to go on her ability? That makes no sense. These guys are taking so many... well, I guess they're just... I don't know. I think this is not going anywhere, guys. I'm not sure. Sorry for wasting 10 minutes of your time. Let's see. I mean, Seer is the only one that can actually potentially nuke somebody, but we still have 10 turns to go. Paul says some nodes should just be, yeah. Come on, there we go. I mean, we are doing some damage, but just a combination of the modifier and Sabine's unique constantly healing them up when they're attacking out of turns. Let's see when Seer finally gets a turn. How she's looking with her cooldowns. Hold on, but shouldn't this... am I missing something? I did some like clause if they're not Galactic Legends or something. If all allies that dark side or line assigned for this there are no Galactic Legends. CG, seriously? You seriously had to put this in there? Oh, that's why. Alright, well we're not getting anywhere versus this small team then. Oh. Seriously? They had to put this in there? So what, we would not use Rey under Seer or something? Alright, let's see if Night Sisters can cheese for this. Alright, here we go. Tuskens, yeah, Tuskens probably could work actually. Yeah. But Tuskens have an attacker, right? We need teams without attackers. Okay, let's see if we can at least take one person down. I guess not. It's just too much healing, man. Great Morgans. Great Mothers and Morgan. Yeah, that could work actually as well. Let's see if I do that, then they counter attack and then they heal up. Come on. There we go. Who needs Galactic Legends when you have Night Sisters, eh? Oh boy. Alright, we got there in the end. And all of that just so we can get to another caustic emission disk. Alright, well, we have to take something off then. And this is killing me, man. Great thermal exhaust, that's killing me as well. I think Amplify Agony is not gonna be very useful, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it. And so let's go ahead and remove it from the list and do 3x caustic emission. There we go. Okay. Do we dare trying unaligned force user things again? I don't know. A bit disappointed, but just crazy that the Galactic Legend team can't get through. Okay, I don't have ult. Fine, I don't have ult. I'm not gonna go there. George says Night Sisters was my first team when I started the game. When did you start? A long time ago? Or did you start with the new Night Sisters already, or with the old ones? I'll probably just hit autoplay. I think sure these guys got it right. It's not like I would play any different. At least these guys don't have as much healing, right? So eventually, there we go. That's looking better. I guess a cheesy team like Maul Mandalorians require a cheesy counter like Night Sisters to work, eh? Cheese on cheese action. There we go. Also started now feeling effect with more caustic emission discs, more thermal stacking. So if I can only just... Please RNG, just give me green thermal exhaust. I don't need blue. I'll be happy with the green one. Of course, I'll take blue, but you know, gray is just not doing a whole lot. There we go. We got through it. Carl says, so far I've been getting pretty good damage from stacking offense, gaining buff. Yeah, that's one way of going yeah, the buff combo. George says, start when Jedi Bastila was meta. Okay, so that's way back as well. Alright, let's get 5 more shards of SM-33. We got some Ray again. That is always annoying. Troopers. We can try troopers, I guess. I don't know. I guess just OG troopers, I guess. Is that what we have planned here? Oh, can't use Death Trooper. He's an attacker, so he's gotta go. With the ranged troopers, Stark and Piet. No. And that's alright, so no attackers, these guys are all support. Alright, let's go. If we can go first. Yeah, wishful thinking. Now I got a turn. Bye. Yeah, man. Not having luck with the enemies, eh? Somebody suggested Padme. This Padme or the old Padme. Ryrok says, Beat Dynasty, have you ever tested to see if Phoenix can complete tier 3 of Secrets and Shadow? I could not find any videos on it. I don't know. I think I might have tried once, but I don't know. Because Sidious would just like one-shot them, wouldn't he? Because they don't have the revives. I think so. I don't know. How would a non-attacking Padme lineup look like? Or we can go this Padme. I don't know, because it feels like we need somebody that actually does something on this team. Okay, we need debuffs, I guess. R2's got some debuffs. We don't need a tank. We don't have a lot of debuffs here. I guess we'll do Yoda. There we go. Padme, Yoda, Shaq, Mason, Kenobi. I'm concerned if I bring in Mace or Kenobi, they'll taunt and then they'll get taken out instead of what's her name? The decoy. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I think they've got this. Oh yes, and aside from green thermal exhaust, RNG, please give me an ability exhaust. That'll make things a lot easier. There we go. It doesn't have the 3 Jedi training, keeps cleansing though. But we'll get through her. There we go. Alright, cool. We got this. Well, let's see what's waiting for us on the next node. Ewoks. Sure, I'll just ride this one, I guess, while we can. We just have to get now, I guess, through this sector to the final boss without using attackers. That's the plan, I guess. But yeah, finally damage is kicking in. That extra caustic emission helping us out a lot. And if we can only get a turn though. How many turns are these guys getting? Look at Wicked. Did he take like 3 turns in a row or something? Uh-oh, we're about to lose Maiden. What? Shakti called Maiden to assist? Is that even possible? I guess it is. Although it doesn't look like she did much. Alright. She has a heal. Okay, that's nice. Alright, 4 more no attackers battles. Okay. Oh, now we get Mothma, right? Now we get Mothma. Now we get Mothma. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if they've got these guys on auto or not. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, no Padawan Kenobi to assist there whenever Qui-Gon does a thing. But... Okay. There we go. Yoda started doing some damage. More debuffs on the field. Mothma will most likely bring base back there, alright? Okay, there we go. Nice. Alright. Things started to move along finally. We have more disc nodes up ahead, so let's go ahead and scout them out. Anything to look forward to? Ability exhaust, I'll take that. Okay, that'll help. Alright. I'll just keep riding this team, I guess, because we have it loaded up already. Maybe we just want to go after 5 so we don't trigger sacrifice. There we go. Coming in with a stun. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, cool. We're doing some nice damage now. Alright. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Alright, cool. And now, although ability exhaust won't be as effective yet, because obviously great thermal exhaust not landing enough debuffs. But yeah, let's go ahead. At least after a couple of turns we'll be able to land ability blocks. I have to take something off. I think assertive command is not helping our cause at the moment anymore, so instead of assertive command we are going to go and put in ability ability exhaust. There we go. Should show up on screen now. Okay. Alright, cool. What's up ahead? Sheesh. That's not a nice team, is it? Can we trooper this? Surely not. Surely not. Maybe if you bring in what? For a little bit of extra turn meter at the start, will that be enough to go first? Who do we take out though? Stark probably. Well, let's give this a shot. Alright, so we just do basic, we give a couple of buffs. Hold on. We have to keep the train going. Okay. Okay, whoa, okay, ability blocks are working though. Guys are just doing basics whenever they take a turn. But having days on what is Veers doing? What? Oh. What? What just happened, guys? I have no idea. Alright, I'll take it. That was a big nuke. What the? I know what happened. Right, because I mean we do have the ramping damage from weak spot or whatever, right? But what is it? because range trooper died, right, and it had this inevitable failure on him, then Piet got stats from range trooper, so then Piet's offense was through the roof combined with weak spot. Yeah, debuffs and berries cause infinite Terminator loop. Yeah, so similar like a Ray Jedi training, isn't it? that was alright. Well, that was fun. Well, hold on, who are we fighting now? Veers troopers, so that's not gonna be fun, will it? I think I take my chances versus these guys. Imperial troopers. Alright, let's see. I mean, it's... hold on. Let's see what's the speed. Could the what trick help us out here? So we got Revan. Sector 3, right? Are they over prepared? Not over prepared. So we should be able to outrun them, because Darth Vader should be no faster than the 369. So I guess the what trick should work here, I would imagine. Alright, let's try. Probably if I would be at full stamina, I would actually be able to. Because you can see, look there. Gideon is just about to take a turn after Darth Vader. So if I would be at full stamina, we would be able to outrun them, but we'll have to do the what trick to begin with. We gotta send it, right? Alright, he's down. Alright, Piet, what you got for us, buddy? Well, that wasn't as impressive as the other one. Yeah, I guess also Darth Revan is immune to... I mean, they don't get ability block, right? So that does not help our cause. Alright, fine. Let's just get through this somehow and move on. Alright, so versus... so the lesson learned is, if you want to use your Imperial Troopers, use them at the start of the sector where enemies are slower. That's the lesson, I guess. Alright, so we got non-attackers, right? You're not an attacker. You are not an attacker. I think Cheered's an attacker. Yeah, okay. Alright, Raddus and a bunch of tanks. Days, yeah, I wish we got it. All they can do is use basic abilities because of permablock disc setup, and they're dazed. Yeah, I mean, if you got Admiral Raddus, he's great versus all these Empire teams. Especially versus troopers and pops. He's good. Totally shuts down the Terminator. Or versus Inquisitors even. Hey, we're done with no attackers. Alright, cool. I guess we can do some Darth Vader battles now. But before we do that, what do we have planned for final boss? Okay, so Vader. Alright. Hold on, who's the enemy? With the Star Killer. Well, I mean, I don't have to go. It's not like this is any better. How about Darth Vader joins the Rebel scum? And we hit auto. Pavel says, do you need any Zetas on Adrites to keep the team going? We can have a look. His leadership. If it requires Zeta or not. Yeah, because a lot of people, I guess, will have Raddus, right? Because of profundity, yeah. His leadership. I mean, I'm assuming not. I don't know if this is a Zeta, so this is an Omicron level 8. Let's say level 7, even if it is a Zeta. It's really the level 6 that daze them, so no, you do not need a Zeta, because level 6 gives you the daze. So that should be fine. Oh, just don't go after Darth Vader, guys, okay? Because then we need him alive for the feat. You can hit the other guys, that's fine. I allow it. Alright, buddy, you should have used the middle ability to give the taunts up to my tanks, right? Because otherwise... Yeah. Oh, there we go. We're getting there. Yeah, guys, basics only. Basics only, that's it. Okay, Raddus coming in with a heal. Did Darth Vader even take a turn yet? Otherwise Raddus will nuke them with his ult ability, I guess, if nothing else. He's at 93, 94, 97. A little bit more, 100. Oh, there we go. Oh, he got a revive. There we go. Alright, cool. Neo Riker says, have you been able to get anywhere with target practice with Omega Fugitive in the lead, calling all Bad Batch to assist? Yeah, we completed it already, right at the start of the stream. It's done. This one. I think we need, like, was it 4 or 5 battles? I didn't even try that hard. It just kind of happened. So we just use this team here, right here. So use Fugitive, Omega, then the new Hunter, and then the old 3 guys. Because if you include, you know, like old Omega or old Hunter, they're attackers. So then it doesn't count for the new attacker feat. But that's why. George says Raddus Zetas is first special and unique. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Padme. So who do we want to affect? Padme or these guys? Ryrok says my new Omega is only 6 stars. Well, that's better than mine. I'm not sure mine is 6. That's my Omega. There you go. 5 stars, gear 11. Oh wait, who are we battling? No, let's go Padme, because Padme at least is a slow team. So you can kind of get through them in a timely manner. I'll just get a bunch of tanks to make sure Darth Vader survives, I guess. Oh, guys, bring in Reva, I don't know. And yeah, sure, give me Maul, why not? There we go. Or another team for surviving, right? There we go. Well, let's try this, see if it still works. Does she need Zeta for target practice? I don't know. We can have a look, I guess. Let's go ahead, target you. And do some of that. And then we can go to town. This worked in previous conquests, so I don't know. Are we ramping up now finally? Sheesh, took a while. Well, I guess I had weak point in previous one, right? And weak point gives us 4% offense. Weak spot only gives us 2% offense, so it takes a bit longer to ramp up. But there we go, we got there in the end. Neo Riker says, Molwat is the only thing getting me through Vader feat. Yeah, Molwat is like, especially for this like low gear survival stuff, it's great. If you have the right disc setup, you can really do a lot of damage. Does Omega need Zeta? Leader? No, she does not. So even at level 1, her leadership will do that. So level 1, gear 1, you just need her for the leadership, really. Okay, and here we are, Commander Luke Skywalker. So just the standard squad, box standard CLS squad. That could be scary. We'll see what modifiers they have. So we have to win with Captain Enoch in our squad, and we have to win without using any support. And Enoch is support, right? So 2 battles again, and oh, what is this? When the mighty fall. The allied leader gains taunt. Okay. Damage. What? Damage allies deal is increased by. That's just a strange wording. Okay, so their damage increased by 200%. Is decreased by 70. And they lose 50% per meter when they are damaged. What? That's a strange modifier. Or repair level 1. Alright. Let's see. Zeta hungry folks in the chat. Yeah, I unfortunately, I mean, you know, I'm a almost day 1 player. Zetas are not really a problem, to be honest. But yeah, for newer players, especially like, you know, if you're buying lightspeed bundles and stuff, right? It's always tricky with the Zeta. They're very tanky, eh? Alright, we'll see. Alright, let's test the waters first, I guess, with an Enoch squad. And see. So let's go ahead and bring our remnants in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess Stormtrooper. I guess I was going for the no attacker lineup, so in case you haven't finished the no attackers, you can still do that. Gabriel says, as a new account with a bunch of lightspeed bundles, Omegas hurt more than Zetas. Darth Trooper Mogideon does not work. Oh, do we have to go with Enoch lead? Oh, let's see. Sure, call you for the assist, I guess. Alright. Okay. Down he goes. And AoE. Get a taunt up, which they dispel straight away. There we go. Get me an assist. Come on. Alright. Get me a daze. Oh. I mean, I guess it'll depend on the discs, right? I do have pretty good disc set now. I'm not even gonna whine about having great thermal exhaust anymore. It's fine, we have things in place. Okay, so what's the other one then? Win without using support. Yeah, especially like Sector 1 and 2, you can still kind of scrape by without a good disc set, but in Sector 3 things become a bit tougher. without the right low gear, low stamina Vader. I'm not sure that's a smart idea. I'm not sure that's the smartest idea actually, but we'll try. We will try. Low gear Mara, low stamina Mara. Alright. Oh, no support, right? So we can't bring in Thrawn. JMK. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we can get another Darth Vader battle, but maybe I'm pushing it right now. Pushing my luck. Let's get a bunch of tanks in there. Darth Vader Bane. Nice, yeah. I'm just trying to like trying to avoid using like units that maybe are still a bit rare-ish, although Bane is probably quite common these days, but not so much about Mara. So much about everybody else. Alright, it's gonna be all Malak it seems. Sure, let's drain him. Okay. He's about to get a turn. So let's hit him now. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, pull through. A bit of an ugly start. I guess a bit of an RNG because like Han, right, can ignore taunts. So if he would take out Darth Vader, we wouldn't get an extra battle for Vader. But oh wow, we did 10 battles with Darth Vader. We really pushed him to the limit today, didn't we? Yeah, I'll take this one for now, but I'm not going to go ahead and equip it. Okay, there we go. So aside from 5 more battles with Darth Vader, we clear everything, so it seems like with every sector we get more and more progress done. Like sector 1, it's funny, just like it feels the grindiest of them all, and it's giving out only 5 key cards. Sector 2, we just have clone troopers. Yeah, so sector 1 was actually tough. Sector 2 and 3 kind of easy. How are we doing with the global feats? That's okay, cool. We did a few bad batch battles today, which helped us a little bit along the way. Okay. And then let's have a look. Sector 4. Protection shield. Fine, I'll take a blue one, but alright. Yeah, aside from these 2 grey discs, we've got everything in place, and it's already enough. I'm surprised that with a grey thermal exhaust and a grey caustic emissions that we have enough for the perma block. So that'll make things easier going forward. Tenacity down. Okay. I guess Chewie does it on his basics, so I think that's gonna be the easiest, right? Death mark. Somebody mentioned Darth Revan's death mark isn't working, so we'll put to the test. Also good to see as well, will General Grievous's death mark work or not? So that's gonna be interesting to see. Batcher surviving. Ugh. Okay. And bonus turns. Okay. All right. Somebody mentioned in the chat. We'll do Maul, right? Bonus turns and Batcher. Is that what I put as well on my feeds guide, I wonder? What did I put? That's exactly what I put. Okay then, well, we think alike, I guess. Alright, so maybe tomorrow will be a little bit more fun in terms of the feats, but again, not too bad, apart from 15 battles with Batcher surviving. Death mark depends on what counts, what doesn't. It could be challenging or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Loop Flash just found a fortified in Sector 5. Okay, interesting. We'll see what waits for us in Sector 5, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have to do Sector 4 tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoyed today's stream, and then you'll be back for more Conquest action tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you for watching, have fun, enjoy life, and as always, may the RNG be with you, my friends.